Good morning. I wanted to touch base with you about Phi Theta Kappa and tell you a little bit about it because I'm actually reviewing an application from a friend of mine that is in my chapter that I believe is going places. So Phi Theta Kappa is a National Honor Society for community college. I don't know if you can see that, but they are an organization that supports service and leadership, fellowship, and scholarships. And they have a lot of opportunities for students, a lot of really big scholarships that can help them succeed. I don't know if you can see this page, but there's the Coca-Cola Leaders of Promise. There's Richard L. something, Public Safety Scholarship, Global Leaders of Promise, Geico Pathway to Completion, and there's even a Lifeline to Completion Scholarship. Ghostwrite Heights, the Coca-Cola New Century Scholars, Coca-Cola Community College Academic Team, All USA Community College Academic Team, All State Community College Academic Teams. These are all opportunities for scholarships. In addition to scholarships, they have, it's just an entire family of people that are dedicated to their education and dedicated to bettering themselves by serving others. So this is the spring scholarship. It's actually due today. And when I proofread, which is probably the most vital step to applying for a scholarship, I look for completion. Literally, I want to see that nothing is left open. So the first thing I do is I take a little red pen and I start going through. Welcome to the call. I don't know who you are, but welcome. And I check off each and every part. So the first part of this application is just general questions. And some of these questions you have to read carefully. That way you answer them correctly. And I'm just going through and I'm just clicking or checking off the parts that she's completed to make sure that she completed all of these correctly. And now she's got her contact information is all complete. So the first two pages are complete. She has a good email address on there. Something that I see a lot of times is I'll see somebody add an email address that'll say something like sexyblueeyes22@gmail. Don't do that. That's not professional. Try to stick with one that's your name. And also the other thing that I'm looking for is if she would have submitted her school email, that wouldn't have been a good idea because when she transfers colleges, her email is going to change. So she did use her personal email, which is good because it can follow her. Okay, let's see. Biography section. Provide a brief biography outlining significant life events or experiences to give judges a broader understanding of what motivates you. 150 words or less. Her first sentence is good. It's a hook. It kind of engages me to want to read more. Okay, let's keep going. Citizenship status has been completed. family income, marital status, dependents. All these are complete. Looks like she has done a very good job at completing this in full. She has not left any blanks so far, which is what you want. You do not want to leave a blank on your application. They give you an option to write something in there for a reason, and we should definitely use that as an opportunity to show them who we are and what we're about. Okay, now we've got short answers. It looks like she hit her word count very well, actually perfectly. I'm not seeing any spelling errors, which is good. I can see that these down here are completed in full. Her essay questions are completed. $250 words, that's good. Alright, she made sure that she has her verifications of membership. That's very important. She has really gone through and taken some time on this application, and I know that because I'm not seeing a lot of errors. And with Phi Theta Kappa, you really want to spend that extra time on this application. Some of the opportunities that they're going to give to you are life-changing. I actually applied for the Pearson Student Advisory Board, and they were taking applications through Phi Theta Kappa. You did not have to be a Phi Theta Kappa member to apply for that scholarship opportunity, but they are very fond of students that are Phi Theta Kappa members. So I'm going to go through a little bit more thoroughly her essay questions on my own and see if she has a good flow to her answers. Putting your answer on paper is one thing, but when you're trying to articulate something, that really needs 2 or 3 sets of eyes. That way you know what they're seeing on their end. So if you are applying for Phi Theta Kappa scholarships for the spring, remember that your deadline is 5 p.m. today. I'm not sure if that's Central Time or not. They may be in a different time zone, so I would highly recommend paying attention to your deadline and proofread. I mean, have someone at your college, an instructor, or someone that even your comp teachers or maybe a technical writing class look over your essay, because they may see something that you did not. When you've been going over the same application 12 different times within a month, you may overlook minor details, and those minor details may... Are you in a community college? This is a community college honor society. Or are you at a 4-year university? You are at a community college. Okay, do you have a 3.5 or above GPA, and have you ever received an invitation through your school email that would have said Phi Theta Kappa? Okay, did you join the membership? Were you hesitant on joining because you weren't quite sure what it was? Yeah, I understand. I was too. I'm not going to say it would be impossible for you to accept membership and get your application in today. However, that would be very, very hard to do. I don't think your application would be as strong as if you took some time to spend some time on the application. What I would recommend you do, you might want to grab a pen, is I would recommend that you go online and go to ptk.org. Look around at it. You're going to have an $80 membership fee. That's a lifetime membership fee. It's well worth the money, I promise. Go around, look at the website. You would have to accept your invitation through your email. And then you're going to have to obviously pay your $80 for membership. That's one that I advocate. They have opened so many doors for me. But I would contact Kristen Grissom, Grissom, at Phi Theta Kappa. She's in the scholarship department. I think she's actually the head of the scholarship department. I would contact her if you were interested in submitting this application, and tell her that you can even tell, she knows who I am. You can tell her that you jumped on a live chat today with Amanda Condon. It's called ptk.org. Just ptk.org. Get a hold of Kristen Grissom. You're going to have to Google it at headquarters. I can actually Google it right now. Tell her that Amanda Condon, Condon, sent you to her, and you can find out if there's any way for you to turn in your application maybe tomorrow. I don't know that that will fly because a lot of scholarships are pretty particular on deadlines, but it's worth a shot. I mean, what do you have to lose? Does that make sense? Okay, I'm looking up their corporate office. It's worth a shot. I mean, you never know. I was having trouble submitting a video for that Pearson Student Advisory Board, and I contacted them, and I was actually allotted a couple of extra hours to get my video uploaded, so I was having so much trouble. Okay, get ready for this phone number. It is 1-800-946-9995. If I could type it in, I would. 1-800-946-9995. The girl's name that you're going to contact is Kristen Grissom, Grissom, and tell her that you jumped on a webinar with Amanda Condon, and you were wondering if there was any way for you to submit your application before the deadline this afternoon. I mean, I wish you luck. I wish you would have looked into it sooner, because the spring scholarship applications have numerous opportunities with them for your associate's degree scholarships. And then in the fall, even if you don't get in this time, as in if you don't get your application in for the spring, be ready for the fall. Get prepared ahead of time for the fall, because some of their scholarships are going to pay for a lot of classes. I won the 2016 Century Scholar. That one was, it's probably going to open up, I know it'll open up, I want to say October-ish. And then usually it's finished by December, I believe. So roughly October, I would say. I don't know what the exact dates are. I know that mine Let me see here. Let's see if I can find my old application and see when I turned it in. And there's my application. However, I don't know when they opened it up. I know that last year I joined in October, and I know that their scholarship application opened up literally right after I joined, so maybe late October. The best bet would be to keep an eye on, first of all, accept your membership, and then keep an eye on the website. But once you accept the membership, they're going to send you an email when that application opens up again. And then you should also consider being ready to do this application. I mean, it's pretty lengthy. It's like 10 pages. And the fall one, I'm not going to lie to you, that one was more like 20 pages. That one took me a long time to complete. But in the long run, it was well worth it. Do you have any other questions? They have really, really, really good transfer scholarships. Really good ones. And then once you're in Phi Theta Kappa, like, you're always a part of Phi Theta Kappa. And there's also an alumni group that you can get plugged into and still continue to do some of the things that, you know, they do within Phi Theta Kappa. And I'll tell you, it's a very rewarding experience. And the application that I'm going over for my friend is actually a girl that I met for the first time when we went to regional together. She goes to the same school I do, but we didn't know each other, and it was the most bonding experience. Like, there's 3 of us that went with our advisor, and our entire life changed after that weekend. There was just something very fulfilling about it. And like, this girl right here, she had so much potential to just lead and break out of her shell, and she was waiting to do that, and this weekend brought that out in her, and now she's on fire, and she's literally on her way to successfully paying for her education. She's married, she does have a child, and she has done outstanding on her Phi Theta Kappa application. I'm very impressed, because I think this is the first big one that she's completed, and she will submit this today. All right, well, I hope that helps you. Get on the website, ptk.org, do some research. There's wonderful opportunities there for everybody. See ya.